Welcome back to another episode of Healing Horizons. Today, we are diving into a topic that's not only intriguing but vitally important for a courageous group of individuals, veterans living with PTSD. To help us unpack the transformative role of Ibogaine therapy in their healing journey, we're joined by a true expert in the field. With years of experience and countless stories of recovery, our guest today, Will, brings a wealth of knowledge and insights to the table. Will, thank you so much for joining us today. I'm eager to dive deep into how Ibogaine therapy is making a difference for veterans.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm excited to share what I've learned over the years and hopefully shed some light on how Ibogaine therapy can be a transformative experience, especially for veterans who have sacrificed so much.
Let's start with a bit of background. PTSD has long been a pressing issue among veterans. Could you share some insights into why this condition is so prevalent in this group and the general challenges they face with traditional therapies?
Certainly, PTSD, or post-traumatic stress disorder, is quite prevalent among veterans primarily because of the intense and often traumatic experiences they endure during service. These can range from combat situations to other traumatic events, such as severe injury or witnessing the loss of fellow service members. The unique nature of military service means that veterans are often exposed to extreme stressors that can lead to PTSD. Traditional therapies for PTSD, such as cognitive behavioral therapy or medications, don't always provide the relief that many veterans hope for. Therapy can be a long process, and not every option works for every individual, leading to frustration and feelings of hopelessness.
That's a great setup for our main topic. Now let's talk about Ibogaine therapy. Could you give us an overview of its origins and what makes it stand out as an alternative treatment?
Ibogaine is a naturally occurring psychoactive substance found in the root bark of the African shrub Tabernanthe iboga. Traditionally, it has been used in spiritual ceremonies in West Africa, particularly among the Bwiti tribes, for centuries. What sets Ibogaine apart in a therapeutic context, particularly for dealing with addiction and trauma, is its unique ability to work on both the physiological and psychological levels. Its mechanism of action involves interacting with several neurotransmitter systems in the brain. It essentially resets the brain's chemistry and provides an opportunity for deep introspection and emotional release, which can be immensely beneficial for veterans dealing with PTSD.
What stories can you share from veterans who have experienced this therapy? How has it contributed to their healing process?
I've been privileged to witness numerous success stories. One that stands out is a veteran who had struggled for years with both PTSD and substance abuse. Traditional therapies ended up being more like coping mechanisms, not solutions. After undergoing Ibogaine therapy in Mexico, he experienced profound insights during the treatment that allowed him to confront and process past traumas. The emotional release and clarity that followed were transformative, leading him to adopt healthier coping mechanisms and re-engage positively with life and family. What many veterans find is that Ibogaine facilitates a type of emotional and psychological catharsis that traditional treatments often can't achieve.
It's truly inspiring to hear about these life-changing transformations. From your experience, what are the primary emotional and psychological benefits that veterans report after Ibogaine therapy?
The emotional and psychological benefits are typically quite profound. Veterans often report a significant reduction in anxiety and depression levels, and many find they're able to let go of guilt or shame associated with their traumatic experiences. The introspective state induced by Ibogaine allows them to view traumatic events in a new light, which helps in diffusing their emotional charge. This process often leads to a newfound sense of peace and hope, something that many veterans haven't felt in years due to their persistent struggles with PTSD. Additionally, there's often a reduction in the compulsion to self-medicate with substances like alcohol or drugs.
While the benefits are clear, there are certainly challenges veterans face when trying to access this kind of therapy. What are some of those challenges, and how do you see Ibogaine helping veterans overcome them?
One of the significant challenges is access. Since Ibogaine is not legal in many countries, including the US, veterans often have to travel abroad to receive this treatment, which can be a barrier due to cost and logistics. There's also the stigma associated with psychedelics, which can deter individuals from seeking Ibogaine therapy. Furthermore, traditional treatment models are sometimes unable to address the holistic needs of veterans. Ibogaine helps by offering an alternative route that many find effective where nothing else seemed to work. By addressing both the physical symptoms of PTSD and the mental and spiritual dimensions, Ibogaine provides a comprehensive healing framework.
It seems like community and support also play a crucial role in the overall success of this therapy. Could you talk about how community factors into the healing journey?
Community indeed plays a vital role in the healing journey. One of the unique aspects of Ibogaine therapy, particularly in settings like Mexico, is that it often involves group support, where veterans participate in sessions together. This shared experience can foster a strong sense of camaraderie and understanding, which is incredibly empowering. After engaging in Ibogaine therapy, staying connected with a community that understands the journey can provide ongoing support and motivation. Emotional support from peers and facilitators who have often undergone the process themselves creates a supportive atmosphere that is crucial for sustained recovery.
That's enlightening. Addressing legal and ethical considerations is also essential. Could you discuss these aspects as they pertain to the use of Ibogaine in therapy?
Certainly, the legal status of Ibogaine varies around the world and is a complex issue. As of now, it's illegal for clinical use in countries like the US, but it's legal in places like Mexico, where clinics have become a beacon for many seeking alternative treatments. Ethical considerations revolve around ensuring that treatments are conducted safely and ethically, with informed consent being a critical aspect. It's crucial for veterans to receive comprehensive information on the potential effects and risks, and for clinics to maintain high standards of medical supervision and aftercare. Addressing these considerations responsibly encourages broader acceptance and integration of Ibogaine into mainstream therapy.
That's a useful overview. Let's compare Ibogaine with other therapeutic options for PTSD. How does it stack up, and in what ways is it distinct?
Ibogaine is fundamentally different because it doesn't just mask symptoms or offer temporary relief. Instead, it aims to address underlying traumas. Unlike conventional therapies, which can often require long-term commitment, Ibogaine therapy can produce rapid and long-lasting effects after just a few sessions. Traditional treatments might involve talk therapy or pharmacological interventions that veterans might find ineffective over time. In contrast, Ibogaine's psychedelic properties enable deep introspection and emotional processing in a relatively short period. For many, this offers a profound healing experience that hasn't been possible with more traditional approaches.
Before we wrap up, what resources are available for veterans interested in trying Ibogaine therapy, especially those considering options in Mexico?
For veterans interested in pursuing Ibogaine therapy, there are several clinics in Mexico that specialize in these treatments. Many of these clinics offer tailored programs specifically for veterans, including pre-treatment counseling and aftercare support to ensure a comprehensive approach. It's also helpful to connect with online communities and support groups where experiences can be shared and recommendations given. I recommend veterans conduct thorough research and engage with clinics that have established reputations and credentials in providing safe and effective Ibogaine therapy.
Fantastic guidance. As we start to conclude our conversation, where do you see the future of alternative therapies like Ibogaine for veterans heading?
I truly believe the future is promising. As more veterans successfully undergo Ibogaine therapy and share their stories, awareness grows and a larger dialogue surrounding alternative treatments begins to take shape. The hope is that with increased research and documented successes, more countries will recognize the potential of Ibogaine and integrate it into mainstream therapeutic practices. By raising awareness and openness to alternatives, we pave the way for more veterans to find hope and healing through tools otherwise unavailable in conventional settings.
That's an encouraging closing sentiment. And before we end, I'd like to remind our audience, are you an Ibogaine therapy clinic looking to expand your reach and connect with those seeking transformative healing? Reach out to us at 888-707-2901 to chat about sponsoring this podcast. Thanks again, Will, for sharing such meaningful insights and stories today. It's conversations like these that truly underscore the transformative power of alternative therapies. For those listening, I hope this episode has given you a deeper understanding of what Ibogaine therapy can offer, particularly for our brave veterans. If you're considering this path or know someone who might benefit, remember that there is hope and community available. We'd love to hear from you. Your feedback helps us grow and create episodes that truly resonate with our listeners. If you enjoyed this episode or have suggestions for future topics, please take a moment to leave a review or share your thoughts. Your input makes all the difference in spreading awareness and fostering a supportive community around Ibogaine therapy. Thank you for being part of this journey with us. Until next time, take care and stay informed. Signing off from Healing Horizons.